probably the longest running project. Well, this is the Kennedy farm, and it's the kind of new student-run farm on Stockton's campus. What we're working on right now is really just getting some things in the ground. It's kind of more exciting for students if there's things growing. You can see some of the peas and radishes are up. Irrigation is kind of going to be a challenge, so what we're working on right now is she's just watering. But we do have a bunch of irrigation like drip tape, and that is something that has to be installed, but it's kind of a challenge because we only have 10 feet of head. If you see our water tower, our entire system is gravity fed. So right now, just out of necessity's sake, we're just spraying from the hose because that's what that's the best we can do with what we got.
It's hard. It's so hard.
And the students behind me are working on prepping a bed for Swiss chard and a couple other greens, some spinach. And these are spring crops, and it's getting a little late for them, but we want to try to get them in just to see if anything will grow. And I think the real heavy producers are going to go in for the summer, and that'll be our tomatoes and peppers and eggplants and squash, the cucurbit family. It's a squash, winter squash, melons and cucumbers, and they'll be in along with some potatoes, and I think we might be growing buckwheat or Sudan grass for composting purposes. So definitely it's a challenge to manage it because there are different plants that have different needs, and you have to kind of account for all of that. But everyone who comes out is really enthusiastic and willing to work. I mean, I try to give people options of, well, you can weed for a little while, or there's the heavier work of shoveling, and people are always like, yeah, let me get a shovel. I want to shovel today.